Hey, it's Paul. Welcome back to B&B Talk. There's a war breaking out, so you better pick sides. I explain that later. First, we see Ivy and Liam together, and Ivy reminds him that his dad is ruthless because Liam's got a problem with what Bill did. He's still sulking over this, but Ivy says there's hope because Ridge has told her that there's a chance that Rick could be thrown out. Now, Liam's torn because he knows that he wants to protect Ivy and Caroline, and he wants Rick out, but he's torn over the way it was done by Maya, and he feels a little guilty, thinking that if he really wants him out, does it make him like his father? Well, I got news for you. You're nothing like Dollar Bill. In fact, this guy needs a waffle iron because he goes back and forth on everything, and he's nothing like his dad. We see Rick, and he tells Caroline that there's nothing that him and Maya can't overcome. He's in her corner 100%. And he won't let Ridge use the fact that Maya came out to steal his job. Now, Caroline's got a different take on this. She's sick and tired of Maya. She knows that Maya made a big deal over her kissing Ridge, which ended up ruining her marriage. And she says, how can she do that when she had the hugest secret of all? But Rick is undaunted. He won't stray from Maya. He backs her up 100%. And the two of them really can't, come together on this. In fact, Rick warns Caroline about Ridge and says that you're not immune from the damage that this guy can do. He can ruin you too. And Caroline counters with the fact that Maya is manipulative and destructive, and she's also a hypocrite. She goes on to say that she only came clean when she had to. So things are heating up there. We also see Ridge and Eric, and they are going back and forth because Ridge is pushing Eric as far as he can. He thinks that the morality clause should be invoked, but Eric thinks it's an unfair tactic. Ridge reminds him about the car crash, the fact that Rick brought the gun to work, and says, this guy hasn't got the morality to run the company. But Eric counters with the fact that Ridge stole Caroline from Rick. He also stole Brooke from Eric. And as soon as that's brought up, that's old wounds, and we know things are getting really, really personal, and it does. In fact, once that's been brought up, Ridge says, well, yeah, I guess you don't think I'm a true Forester. And we knew this was going to come out. He's playing the birthright card, and Eric tells him, I may not be your father technically, but I raised you. You are my son. How dare you say this? And Ridge says, well, I guess you just don't think I'm acting like a Forester. So things are really personal with them, and eventually Eric makes a decision, and he decides to back his son Rick 100%. Ridge hates this, but Eric counters with, you got the girl, you've got a great job, you've got everything going for you. Why don't you sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor? This is not good enough. And that's where we end it with the two of them. And Ridge, right after Eric leaves, gets on the phone and he calls Steffy over for a powwow. Now, he brings her up to speed on everything that happened, the fact that Eric won't enforce the morality clause, and he says that it's like putting a knife in his back. So now he's ready. He's ready for the hostile takeover. He's going to jump in bed with Spencer, and he lets Steffy know, and he says, get ready, because there's a fight coming. So now you got to pick sides because there's a war coming. We also see Eric with Rick, and he tells Rick that it turns out he is still hurting from Ridge stealing Brooke from him, and this is a huge factor in his decision. Plus, he says that he's proud of Rick for the job he's doing. I'm guessing he's overlooking everything he's done, including bringing the gun into work. And he's now giving him his unconditional support. And they both exchange pleasantries, tell each other they love each other. Rick says he's going to make him proud of him, proud that he's his son. And Rick tells him that he won't be sorry for doing this. And that's where we leave things. So we know things are going to blow up. I want you to please subscribe. Keep watching, and don't forget, support us on social media. Thanks, have a great day. It's Paul, and it's B&B Talk.